Hey guys, it's Sherry here. Now most of you know I'm a registered dietitian, but what you may not know is that I'm also a certified personal trainer, and my first love was exercise. My undergraduate degree is actually in exercise science. So I wanted to make a video today for people who are either walking for exercise and not seeing results, or people who are interested in starting to walk for weight loss and exercise, but not really sure how to begin. So if that's you, stay tuned. I'll give you some tips. Before I get into it, I just want to do a little medical disclaimer here and make sure that before you undertake any exercise program, make sure you have clearance from your physician to do so. Okay, so popular question I get, will walking help me lose weight? Well, it depends. That's not a yes or no question. There's a lot of variables in there. Just remember, overall, if you burn more calories than you consume in a day, you will lose weight. So every step you take, every time you go walk, you are burning calories. So keep that in mind. And I would say that more so than just losing weight, exercise has got so many other benefits to it. The greatest one, I think, would be your cardiovascular endurance and stamina. You're working that heart muscle. So let's get into it. How do I know if I am taking enough steps, or how many steps should I take? I hate that guideline that says 10,000 steps a day. Well, 10,000 steps a day for a UPS worker is not the same as 10,000 steps for an Uber driver, because their days are so different. Plus, Monday through Friday for a lot of people can be vastly different than their exercise routines or walking routines on Saturdays and Sundays. So I kind of hate that. I'm going to give you some guidelines. What you want to do, first of all, you have to know how many steps you are taking in a day. You can do that various ways. There's the fancy fitness trackers, but there's also a lot of apps you can use on your phone that are free, totally free. The bad thing is you've got to have the phone with you when you actually walk. So if you get up off your couch and you walk out to the mailbox and you come back in, but you didn't take your phone, you're not going to get credit for those steps. So free, but it comes with some downfall. So what you want to do is take a week and track how many steps do I take in a week. The average for the Americans, 4,800. So, that doesn't really mean anything. You may have more, you may have less. There's a walker right now. She's looking at me like I'm funny. Hey, how you doing? So, you want to know, where's my baseline? Okay, so once you get the baseline, then you need to add 500 more per day to that baseline. So you are increasing that. 500 steps. I went out and walked 500 steps. It only took me a little over 4 minutes. So that is not that much. Take a break during your day. Walk out to the end of your street and back. That's probably 4 minutes. There's a lot of ways to add in 500 steps that are pretty easy. So start with that. If adding in 500 steps per day is easy, then take that up to 1,000. And what you're trying to do is increase that number and the average steps. But 10,000 for some people may be nothing. 10,000 for others may be light years away. So don't use that popular guideline as your goal. All right, make it individual for you. Next question I'm going to tackle is, how do I know if I am walking fast enough? Great question, and I find this is where a lot of people struggle. You don't want to be strolling. How do I know if I'm strolling? You don't want to be sprinting, right? There's got to be a happy medium somewhere in there. So we're going to use what's called the talk test. So as I'm walking right now, this is really strolling. You see the rate I'm talking to you? I'm not having to stop and take a breath. I'm not breathy at all. A way you can test it is to say the happy birthday song and see when you have to breathe. So let's do that. Happy birthday to me, breath. Happy birthday to me, breath. Happy birthday, dear Sherry. Happy birthday to me. Okay, so if you can talk the same rate as if I was sitting on my couch talking to you on the phone, or if you can say that happy birthday song without having to stop and take a breath before, like, happy birthday, breath, to me, breath, that's what you want to aim for. So if you can talk in a normal tone, it's a stroll, you're not going to see the benefits that you want to get. I'm going to stop the video, take up the pace, and show you an example of like what you want to aim for. So give me a minute. Okay, into my walk. I'm really using my arms. I'm taking big strides, and I got the heart rate up. So the way that I'm talking to you is not the way I would talk to a friend if I'm sitting on the couch. Can you tell the difference in my voice? Now, if I had a friend walking with me, I can still have a conversation. But see how breathy it is? My nose is red too. It's cold out here. I'm in North Carolina. It's November. It's chilly. So, I want to give you an example. I'm walking. I got to keep up the pace. I'm not strolling. And see the difference in my breath? This is called, again, the talk test. T-A-L-K test. Google it if you want some more information about it. All right, so if you find it hard to achieve this walking, you pick up the pace. You can add in heels or steps. Great way to do it. Or you can add some hand weights. Those are easy ways to get the heart rate up. But I just want to give you an example of the way when you walk, you should get the heart rate up. It's not a stroll. It's walking to get the maximum benefit and burn the maximum amount of calories. Before I go, I just want to give you a few tips on how you can increase the steps in your day. All right, let's see. Park at the back of the parking lot. You run to the grocery store, you run to a convenience store, park far away and walk in. Here's a big one. If you're waiting on a child for school to come out of school, or they're at practice, or they're at piano lessons, look at your environment and see these 10 minutes here that I was just gonna sit and look at my phone, play on my phone, could I actually go and get in some steps? I think that's a great one. Also, how about you need to communicate with a family member? What's this about texting your son who's upstairs in the game room? Walk through the living room, up the stairs, walk into the game room and talk to him. There's some more steps. What about that friend that you used to always meet for dinner, or friends you come up with, or couples and you say, let's meet for dinner? How about let's switch that up now and let's go walk. We can walk and talk and still catch up. Here's a big tip: to get a buddy, to accountability. If you like doing walking as a social activity, then this is a great way to grab some neighbors, a friend, your spouse. I have a couple that they come home, they change clothes. Their old habit used to be come home, change clothes, grab a glass of wine, sit on the couch and catch up about their day. Now they come home, they change clothes, and they go for a walk and catch up about their day. Look how much healthier that is. Also look for meetup groups for walkers. If you are a social person, you might make some new friends with people who are also walking. You can start a walking group. I've had a few clients that did this, one with her church group and one with her neighborhood, where they would walk early morning. I'm not an early morning person, but if that's you, you definitely would not have a problem finding people that will walk with you in the morning. So right now, think about, ways in your day, ways in your weekend that you can add in some daily steps, and you've got to be intentional about that, okay? Lastly, the American College of Sports Medicine, they actually recommend 200 to 300 minutes of exercise per week. That's a lot, all right? That averages out to be 30 to 45 minutes per day, 7 days a week. So that might be a goal in the future for you. Just know every step counts. Every step makes it better. If you have enjoyed this video, please click like, and if you embark on a walking for exercise, I'd love to hear about how it's going. Put it in the comment section. My name's Sherry Clark. I'm a registered dietitian, and my channel is all about emotional eating, exercise, and weight loss. And if that's something that interests you, please hit the subscribe button and check out more of my videos. Thanks.